Jamie Foxx. Hey, Jamie. How are you doing? I'm praying, as you can see from the Instagram picture that I made. Been reciting out prayers. I can serve as a spokesperson. And I believe that they are saying that we have the information because that is what they wanted to be publicized. The man did not want the shot, but the push to have it came from the movie he was in. In response to Jamie Foxx's followers' ongoing inquiries about what is truly going on with him and Nick Cannon's interview with extras, contradicting reports regarding his condition have been shifting again and time again. Before Nick Cannon stated that he thinks Jamie Foxx would update his followers on the health issue that brought him to the hospital in April, Billy Bush provided some startling hints that we could have overlooked. You don't really hear anything Nick said about Jamie because he's always respected how privately the actor handled his issues professionally without ever being in any other news aside from the great work that he puts out as an individual. This secrecy has given rise to many contentious stories, including that Jamie is still hospitalized with a blood clot in his brain. We may never truly know what happened to Jamie until he ever spills the beans himself, since Nick said that Jamie has handled this unexplained ailment in the same way and he respects that. Nick confirmed that when he was sending prayers and well wishes, Jamie's family told him they were grateful for his support. But they had the situation under control and implied that he didn't have to be their spokesperson because they would do it themselves. Jamie had asked Nick to step into his role as the host of Foxx's Beat Shazam and even thanked him when he did. But he never revealed any more to him than he has revealed to the media about his health. Foxx's daughter, Corrinne, who serves as the family's spokesperson at the moment, used social media to share a statement from the Foxx family about her father's health in April. The message read, "We know how beloved he is and appreciate your prayers." The family asks for privacy during this time. During the interview, Bush tried to ask Cannon about rumors that Foxx had a stroke and if he had indeed experienced one. Nick said, "I'm probably in the same situation as you in the same sense of just understanding that you know as a buddy, just being as courteous as I can. I don't probe. I don't ask any additional questions. Additional than the information that's provided to me, and you know what's expected of me." Following Foxx's hospitalization in April, Nick Cannon replaced Jamie Kelly Osbourne as guest host of the musical game show Beat Shazam, and while he did so, Kelly Osbourne took over as DJ for Foxx's daughter Corrinne. When Foxx finally broke his silence in April, writing on Instagram, "I appreciate all the love, feeling blessed," the public was perplexed as to why it was just a message and not a video, picture, or something more straightforward, which led to more rumors to circle and an appearance on Dr. Drew Pinsky's online show. Hollywood journalist AJ Benza claimed that was false and that Jamie Foxx has complications from the COVID-19 vaccine that have left him partially paralyzed, blind, and suffering other health issues. He claimed that he learned of these complications from a close source who works at the hospital where Jamie is being treated in Chicago. Benza, a former journalist for the New York Daily News and host of the E-Series Mysteries and Scandals, said that in order for Jamie to appear in action, he was compelled to take a prized shot, which afterwards had a negative impact on his health. Benza claimed that Foxx was at that point half paralyzed and blind due to a blood clot in his head and stated that his insider was present and had first-hand information of Foxx's hospitalization. He also conjectured that Jamie had sacked some employees from the Back in Action set a week before to this medical catastrophe because he had had it with those requirements. After experiencing a medical issue while filming his most recent film, Back in Action, which also stars Cameron Diaz, Foxx was admitted to the hospital. As a result, the production of the film had to continue without Foxx using a body double in his place because conflicting information about Jamie had started spreading on social media. Foxx's daughter Corrinne made an announcement regarding the actor's health that conflicted with numerous other reports, saying, "Sad to see how the media runs wild. My dad has been out of the hospital for weeks recuperating. In fact, he was playing pickleball yesterday. Thanks for everyone's prayers and support. We have an exciting work announcement coming next week too." Benza commented on the family statement on his podcast, speculating that while Jamie was communicative, he may not have been able to communicate Foxx's playing. According to Benza, could not possibly be the truth, and the only person who had previously spoken the truth was Mike Tyson, who Benza said had claimed it was a blood clot. Are you following what's happening with Jamie Foxx? He's not feeling well, and they stated he had a stroke. I had no clue what had happened to him. but it's now obvious that Mike never mentioned a blood clot, but rather a stroke, which is what has been referred to as the strange disease. Pinsky offered his own opinion on the subject, claiming that a cerebral bleed rather than a stroke occurs when blood is present in the brain. A stroke occurs when a blood clot blocks an artery leading to the brain, killing the brain and maybe curing Jamie of his enigmatic sickness. However, a stroke is an extremely serious condition. In an interview, Kevin Hart said that he thought it was amazing how Jamie was improving in his situation, though he did not specify which situation, and that everyone's prayers, love, and energy were being felt. He added, "To my knowledge, there's a lot of progression, my love." His friends have continued to check on him. "I am Jamie Foxx actor. Jamie Foxx is needed and necessary. And I know that he feels that because there has been an outcry and an outpouring of support in this regard." Another of Foxx's friends, Charlie Mack, asked his followers on Instagram to keep the actor in their prayers, writing, "I need you all to constantly keep our beloved brother at I am Jamie Foxx up, whom we all love and care for dearly in our hearts." Benza commented on the family statement on his podcast, speculating that while Jamie was communicative, he may not have been able to communicate Foxx playing. According to Benza, could not possibly be the truth, and the only person who had previously spoken the truth was Mike Tyson, who Benza said had claimed it was a blood clot. "Are you following what's happening with Jamie Foxx? He's not feeling well," and they stated he had a stroke. Similar sentiments were expressed by Martin Lawrence, who added, "I hear he's doing better. My prayers go out for him every night. Just wishing the best for him, one of the best that we got in Hollywood." Benza also touched on the fact that nearly all of Jamie's friends had been concerned and asking for prayers for him, but no one had mentioned Jamie leaving the hospital or improving, leading him to speculate that they might be aware of his condition but have been silent. May the prayers he is receiving for healing enable him to carry on with his wonderful profession and for the benefit of his family, friends, and fans. Unless the blood clot was mild, Dr. Drew says Jamie Foxx may never be able to play the piano, talk, or even act again. "He is in my hometown of Chicago, and my source there locally confirms another said Jamie Foxx was left paralyzed and blind from a blood clot after receiving the COVID-19 vaccine. To be clear, this video is based on theories and my opinions and should not be taken as fact. That being said, let's not forget that Jamie Foxx was under pressure to get the vaccine in order to star in a movie. As a result, he is now paralyzed and blind as a result of the vaccine, and a body double will be replacing him in the film he was supposed to star in.